You were expecting Doris, and Doris is not here today. So by her request, I'm very happy to fill in for Doris. We have a great show for you. You're going to see some things that you don't normally see on Doris's show, or my show for that matter. I also host a show called All Things Napa, right here on this wonderful network. So we're going to be talking to the folks from Manaleo Hawaiian Festival. And if you're not familiar with that, you're going to want to know more about that. And so you're tuned in to the right place. Coming up on the weekend of the 16th and 17th is the 10th annual Manaleo Festival. And we have the board here, we have musicians here, you're going to see some dancing, you're going to see some music. And so with no further ado, why don't we listen to some music? We've got Dennis, Tony, and Larry. Take it away.
Thank you.
Studio audience goes wild. Well, how was that? Very entertaining, such graceful movements as we get the rest of our folks to come in and join us. We're going to find out exactly, there's a meaning behind all of these dance moves, right? They tell a story? Is that correct? Who wants to address that question?
Oh, sure. Can we have you come out here and address this?
Yeah.
Aloha. The mele we just sang for you was Wahine Ilikea, it's about fair-skinned women, and we really like the upbeat of it. I've learned this back in Hawaii from my kumu, and so I wanted to share it with all of you. Aloha.
Well, we're glad that you did. So we are here with all of these wonderful folks today because we are promoting the 10th annual Aloha Festival right here in Napa Valley. And it's not very often, at least before 10 years ago, that anyone would associate Hawaiian themes with Napa Valley. But you guys have changed all that, and it's for a very good cause. Who wants to address as to what the cause is?
Go ahead, Karen.
Our president.
The president. Whose name is not Karen, by the way.
No, it's Jonathan. But Hawaiians do they do inherit things through the matrilineal, so it could be Karen.
Right.
So, the main goal for the festival is to provide a cultural experience, but also to generate resources for us to provide scholarships. Mm-hmm. And that is the kind of the foundation of the Manaleo Hawaiian Cultural Foundation. And we do the festival, which is the Napa Aloha Festival, as our primary venue for doing that.
And you guys are located right here in Napa, correct? You're all locals.
Yes, absolutely.
Napa Valley loves locals. We like to support locals and everything. So what were some of the other things that you guys wanted to address before we heard some more music?
We'd like to talk a little bit about how it first started,
okay,
how it originated. Then we'll get into what the entertainment lineup is. She'll deal with the workshops that we'll be having. This originated back in 2004, musical group Manaleo. We got together and said we could do more than music here in Napa. Let's put on Aloha Festival. Well, three of us got together and said, well, it's a big thing. So in my living room, we actually started, and we invited some people, invited some vendors, and got together and said, how long do you think it'll take to get us? A lot of people said we couldn't do it the first year, so we put it off the first year. The second year, 2007, we got it all together, a lot of work, small amount of people, and put on our first Aloha Festival at Expo Fairgrounds downtown. We got about, I think it was 1,282 people the first year.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
So it's grown quite a bit, and it's grown with more and more people coming from all over the place. I'm up on stage every year, and there's 4 people that come from Florida every year. And they said, you know who I am? I said, yes, I do. And it's a husband, his wife, his sister, and his brother-in-law. And we come every year to come to the Napa Valley Aloha Festival.
Wow.
So this being the 10th annual Napa Valley Aloha Festival, I expect to see them again. So we've stepped it up a little bit more this year. Kumu Shar has been passing out save the date cards and posters all over. We've been doing it down at Peninsula, down in San Mateo. I was in Santa Cruz 2 weeks ago, put it all around Santa Cruz to a lot of the Hawaiian event places. So it's growing. And when they're hearing about some of the talent that we have coming, especially this year, because we wanted to do it big, it's been getting a lot of hits on Facebook. Even so this morning, and growing and growing and growing. Let me talk a little bit about the lineup that we have this year. We have for Slack Key on Saturday the 16th, this Saturday, Jimmy Duhigg. He's a local here. If you know Duhigg Road here,
right? Yeah.
That's all that family there.
Went to Napa High.
And then Hula Mai coming on right after him. They're from Sonoma. Betty Ann Bruno's Halau. And then we have Kuhio Yim, he's coming, I believe, out of Nevada. Las Vegas, I'm sorry. And then we have Kalau Kavea, which is Kumu Shar over here. And Aulani Kayeka, she's playing in Seattle as we speak right now, and she'll be down here. And then we'll also have her that night at Compadres, which will be an after party. So Kuhio Yim and Aulani Kayeka will also be with Uncle Nate Kanae at Compadres doing a show for us after. Then we have, by the way, that starts at 6 o'clock.
The after party?
After party. So we're finished. Our stage will close down at 5 o'clock, 5:15 this Saturday. Everybody will go right from there over to Compadres to enjoy the second.
There's going to be a lot more people at the festival than Compadres.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So first come, first serve?
Exactly.
But it's still open to everybody.
Everybody,
Okay.
yeah. We'll fit in there. Then at 1:45 to 2:15, a group out of San Jose will be coming up with the Hula Club Anella. And then out of Spokane, Washington, they're coming down for us, Unified Culture, a little Hawaiian reggae. And then, let's see, a halau. By the way, halau is a hula school. So if I'm saying halau, and everybody go, what the heck is a halau? Halau is
Yeah.
a hula school.
You're not saying hello.
I'm not saying hello. We got a halau coming out of Nevada, and they were here with us last year. Then we have another halau coming out of Monterey behind them, and then Faith Ako, which is big time in this area. She's out of Runner Park, and she goes all over the world though. But she'll be closing it up, and then we're going right to the after party. Okay.
So with the halaus, are you going to be conducting dance lessons, or are they just going to be performing?
They'll just be performing.
Okay.
She's going to tell you now about the workshops that we'll be having inside Chardonnay Hall while this is going outside.
All right. So you're going to teach everyone how to dance.
I wish.
Or you're going to teach us something. We're going to find
Absolutely.
out now what it is.
We have some fabulous workshops that'll be coming up this week.
And
on,
I'm sorry to
okay.
interrupt, but your name is Karen.
I am.
I want to make sure that everyone is properly introduced as well.
And I have been with the foundation and working on the festival for 10 years. So I'm part of the first group that put this together 10 years ago. And it's been an absolute pleasure to bring Hawaii to Napa every year for 10 years. And we're really excited this year that it will be big and glorious.
Were you one of the three in the living room?
Yes.
Okay. Are these the three that were in the living room?
The original group Manaleo, which Glenn was part of, and how I got involved, it was my son-in-law who founded the foundation, Jerry Gilgren. So he wrote me in.
Oh, you got nominated.
I did, absolutely.
And by the way, for our listeners, you can find all the information about this festival on Facebook at Manaleo Hawaiian Festival, right?
Also at nvalohafest.org. NV for Napa
Right.
Valley. nvalohafest.org.
Okay.
Or just Google Napa Valley Aloha Festival.
Absolutely. It comes
Napa
right up.
Valley in Aloha in any Google would automatically
Come right up.
just go right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Natural
Okay.
combination.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's really fun is if you're interested in learning about hula, we have workshops that will teach the kids and the adults hula. We have hot hula fitness. So if you want to come and do some fitness classes, doing some hula and Tahitian moves, it's a really great exercise. We have ukulele as well. So we've got teachers for beginners and intermediate. We also are going to have kanikapilas, which is at the end of the day each day, and that would include anyone who likes to play ukulele. We have a great group of people that will be hosting those kanikapilas on both days. And it's for people who want to dance, people who'd like to do ukulele, people who just want to come and sit and listen to those who are local in the area. They'll be coming from all over.
Well, I just now learned something. I thought it was ukulele, and it's ukulele.
Ukulele.
So,
Ukulele.
The word comes from uku in Hawaiian, that means fleas. So when the Portuguese brought over the small guitar, that ukulele says your fingers are jumping like a flea.
Ah.
Ukulele. Lele means jump.
Okay.
Uku is the flea.
And yet, everybody except Hawaiians mispronounce it.
Quite a few.
Yeah. Oh, no, just me?
No, it's getting better, absolutely. But our workshops are absolutely free. Admission to the event is free. Parking is free.
Can you beat that?
Yeah, it's absolutely fabulous.
with
So
a
it's
stick.
our pleasure with this foundation to bring this event free to the public of Napa and all the surrounding areas. And the food,
Food's not
which we'll
free.
talk about vendors. We'll talk about our vendors in a few minutes. The food is absolutely out of this world.
Food and
We-
wine in Napa Valley,
Oh, yeah.
not free.
Our Hawaiian vendors are really, really great vendors, and it does cost money to buy the food, absolutely. But bring a blanket, bring a chair, enjoy yourself in the grass under the shade of the canopy, and we've got hula and music and workshops and about 60 vendors that are coming. You can just walk around and have an absolute great day.
All right. Is it your turn, Glenn?
I'm Glenn.
I'm Glenn. I'm
We should
sorry.
introduce ourselves here.
Yeah.
My name is Jonathan
Jonathan.
Briano, and I'm president for this term for the board.
Okay.
So Manaleo Hawaiian Cultural Foundation is the sponsor for the Napa Valley Aloha Festival. And you're Karen.
I'm Karen. I've been board of directors for several years, and I also have been the vendor coordinator for 10 years.
I'm Glenn Colburn from the very beginning, and I'm board of directors. And I contract all the entertainment that you'll see there Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And I'm Jessica. I am the Aloha Festival chair for the second. This is my second year doing this. I'm also a part of the board of directors. I've been a board of director on the board of directors since 2012, I think, give or take a year. But we're really excited to celebrate our 10th year with the Napa Valley Aloha Festival. It's 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, September 16th and 17th. As Karen mentioned earlier, it's free to the public, so parking, admission, workshops are free, so you can literally just come and spend the day listening to music for free. And the weather's supposed to be good this weekend, so
Yeah.
everybody come out. We're expecting probably between 15 to 20,000 people
Really?
each day.
Well, you're knocking on the door of Bottle Rock's attendance
No,
right there.
Bottle Rock probably has like 100,000 people. But we do get a lot of people that come from Napa, out from like Sonoma County, Sacramento. We even have people who come up from Hawaii, come down from Oregon, Las Vegas, Southern California,
We mentioned the Florida. Yeah. The Florida Four, we'll call them.
So a lot of people come out just to visit with us and just spend the day with us, and it's so much fun. It's amazing. The food is amazing. I also brought some samples for you to try. Some of the food that we typically have, so we can bring that out a little later. If you can handle it.
So one of the things that's in my mind is, okay, so you're all on the board. Well, typically when you're introducing yourself as a board member, it doesn't necessarily mean this is all for fun. It sounds like it's going to be a great event, but as board members, there's something behind that. There's an objective that you have. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
So the major goal of the Napa Valley Aloha Festival is to raise money for our scholarship. We give out 2 scholarships a year. One is an academic scholarship given to the students who are attending college. So post-secondary, it can be community college, it could be university, they could be going to seek their associate's, bachelor's, master's, doctorate, as long as they are attending school to further their education in some way, and they're within, the northern counties of Northern California, they're more than welcome to apply. The second scholarship that we give out is our Ho'omau, which is our cultural scholarship. It's specific to those who are interested in learning more about the Hawaiian culture, whether it's Hawaiian language, hula, ava'a, which is canoe, or if they're interested in starting their own school or starting their own workshops that help further Hawaiian culture and education. So that's pretty much our purpose. Our purpose is to educate and perpetuate the Hawaiian culture and share it with as many people as we can.
Sure.
So, I'm hoping that we'll be doing this for like another, 30, 40, 50 years, right, guys?
Yep.
You're going to pass the torch eventually.
Well, I'm the youngest person on the board. So I'm planning on being around for a while to help out as long as I can, as long as they'll have me.
Well, if you're the
That's for
youngest
sure.
person on the board, I don't want to be morbid, but you'll probably be the one that gets to decide because you'll be the last one left.
I don't know. People with experience have a much stronger constitution than us younger folks. I'm just in.
That was a great comeback to
Yes.
my distasteful remark.
Well said, well said.
Experience is everything. That's how we learn everything.
Yes.
And that's what the Hawaiian culture is really about. That's how we learn everything that we do, whether it's song from our musicians or hula from our kumus. It's all about passing that knowledge on from our elders, our kumus,
Respecting
our
our
kupunas.
elders
Exactly.
and
So we have a very,
their
very
wisdom.
strong, or that's what our culture is based on. Most cultures are based on, but ours is about sharing the knowledge of our kupunas, which are our elders, the people who came before us, and continuing to share that knowledge that they have, because we know our elders are a lot smarter than we give them credit for.
Yes. And if you can teach the youth that in the culture, you're way ahead of the game, because a lot of cultures don't have that. They're just the...
Very, very true.
So, sidebar, I ran a marathon in Hawaii. That's my Hawaiian connection.
Wow.
Yeah, and you'd look at me and go, come on, he didn't run a marathon. But I did, and I finished. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I didn't ever have a time goal. I just wanted to finish, and I did. So, why don't we switch over? Are you guys ready to do another song?
Sure.
Have the dancers had enough rest? Can you go again? So if we can jump over and do another song, and that way, while we're doing the song, then Jessica can maybe get some of that tasty food. We're just gonna make you. Well, I'm following the script here. It's not me. But whoops. I got that.
I apologize.
We're going to go to some more music, and then we're going to eat in front of you viewers right here, and we don't mean to be rude, so you're going to wish you were here. Why don't you guys take it away? Yes. No. There we go.
Introduce myself. I am Kumushar. I am the founder of Halau Kawaiʻea, and we've been around for several years. I've been a member of Manaleo for probably 2, and was able to be a representative last year as their part of marketing and relationship for that. But I'd like to introduce to you the Halau Kawaiʻea musicians really quickly, as Dennis, Tony, Larry, our lead musician, director, and Marilyn, who's also a dancer with me too, as well. And the next mele that I'm going to do for you is Palehua, who is written by Amy Gillian, and it talks about the famous mountains and the beautiful breezes in Hawaii.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Next number.
Let's do another one.
Yeah.
I actually didn't invite you to come.
Oh, I would, but I'm stuck behind this desk, and oh, I'm not sure the viewers want to see that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay.
1, 2, 3, touch.
Okay, as long as we don't do anything more than this, I think I got it. My hips aren't moving though. I'm going to sing now? Okay.
Pearly shells, pearly shells from the ocean, shining in the sun, covering the shores. All I see them, my heart tells me that I love you more than all the little pearly shells. For every grain of sand upon the beach, I got a kiss for you. I got more left over from each star that twinkles in the blue. Pearly shells from the ocean, shining in the sun, covering the shores. When I see them, my heart tells me that I love you more than all the little pearly shells, more than all the little pearly shells.
That's a bucket list. I can tell you I did not have any intention of doing that. So I know that was really bad, but let's just give me points for being a good sport. If anyone's still listening and you weren't totally turned off by my horrible dancing, we are glad that you're here because we are talking about the 10th annual Aloha Festival in Napa Valley. And are we ready for some sample foods here? Oh, that. And the common reference to appetizers in Hawaii is poo-poo, correct? All right, but we're having more than poo-poo.
Well, this is well beyond appetizers.
Right.
So when you tell Hawaiians that you're having food, this is what they expect.
Okay.
Poo-poos?
That's just, yeah. Okay.
So first we have for you.
Oh, this isn't just for me. We're all sharing this,
So,
correct?
I'm going to put down a couple of things here for you. I'll give you a fork. It has a little bit of coconut on it. So first what we have for you here, starting from here, is lau lau. It's leaves wrapping fat and pork. It can be fish, but that's typically what you find. They can be steamed in the ground in what we call an imu. It's basically an underground pit, or it can be done in 55-gallon steel drums,
Okay.
which is probably more common than digging a big hole in your backyard trying to get lava rocks and banana leaves and getting everything for that. Next, we have macaroni salad, 1 scoop of rice, and kalua pig. So kalua pig is cooked in the ground the same way lau lau can be steamed. It's basically salted pork, just like pulled pork, but this is way better. Just a little plug there. This
Better than any other culture does pork. Doris, do you wish you were here right now?
Doris, this is for you. This is a spam musubi. Basically, it's spam on top of a square of rice wrapped in nori or dried seaweed.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a pretty typical snack food.
Oh, so this is more the
This is more
poo-poo?
snack, yeah.
Oh, snack, not in poo-poo.
This here, this purple substance in this container is poi. It's ground taro. It's something that we eat with everything. So raw fish, we'll eat some of this with a little bit of everything. It's kind of like
Can you get close on those?
it's kind of like a little extra something when you're eating. I also brought you dessert.
Okay.
This is haupia. Haupia is pretty traditional coconut pudding, I guess you could call it. So it's a little gelatinous as you see, but it's all coconut.
Okay.
That's all it is. So
Now, how am I going to eat this without like a knife and...
for lau lau, I'm going to jump in front and switch sides.
Sit on the
Yeah.
couch, yeah.
So-
we'll bring this over here like
For
this.
lau lau, and I'm going to put this mic down. Since it's wrapped, unwrap it. And it reveals
Oh,
the
so we
inside
don't
goodness.
we don't eat the wrapping.
You don't eat the wrapping.
The-
You can either
the-
find the wrapping like
packaging.
this, or it's aluminum foil.
Okay.
But inside here, you can see the leaves, and inside the leaves are the meat and the fat. So you can actually just take your fork and dig right in.
And by my fork, you're referring to the only fork?
Yes, this is your fork.
Okay.
I know what this would tastes
Well, I want to share. I don't want like to. Oh, there's more pork in there, or
There's
is it?
pork and fat in there. The fat gives the pork flavor. It's very lightly salted, not very much. All the flavoring and everything comes directly from the fat. So basically how lau lau is made, you have leaves that you have. It's equivalent to spinach, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
You lay a couple leaves down, you put your pork, you put your fat, you wrap it, tie it, and then you either wrap it in tea leaf like this, or banana leaf, or foil. Steam it for hours. So it's slow.
And you use banana leaves, which are similar to spinach, but the Hawaiian culture hasn't jumped all over the kale thing.
No, kale. You mentioned kale to Hawaiian, they're like, what's kale?
Yeah. That's very tasty.
Yeah. So next here, like I said, we have kalua pork. It's just basically in the ground steamed
Say that word again.
kalua pork. Kalua.
Like Kahlua.
Well, almost not the coffee liqueur,
No, I was going to say.
but it's kalua pork. Oh, I got the cue.
Oh, my mic is turned off.
There
so.
you go.
All right,
think?
take it from the top. My name's Lee. Doris isn't here today. We heard some music. We saw some great dancing. And now I'm eating Kahlua pork.
Right.
But not the coffee Kahlua
No.
pork. So
Kalua is just that it's wine.
and this looks like macaroni and cheese, but it's not.
It's just mac salad.
So this is
Typical
cold.
for a plate lunch. So plate lunch. Your protein, as well as 2 scoops of rice and a scoop of mac salad. So if you were to go to any place for a plate lunch, that was what you would typically have. 2 scoops of rice, mac salad, and your protein. Yeah.
Man, I really want another bite of that pork, but
Oh, I've got more over there.
I'm going to move on. So we're all going to eat. All these people are going to eat after the show, then, right? You have enough
I
for
have
everybody?
plenty of food. I also have I have a barbecue mixed plate, but I thought this is more typical Hawaiian fare.
Right.
I
And
can,
so all of these dishes will be available at the festival.
except for the musubi. But there'll be
Yeah, but
there'll be
more
much
than
more than
More
this.
than this.
This is typically what you'll find in any Hawaiian household if they're cooking.
Now, I'm not going to be able to cut
This
through
you
that,
just
right?
pick up and bite. It's just handheld.
This is like a little burrito. My wife is Mexican, and my father-in-law loves Spam. So,
Then he would love this.
yeah. So
Take a big old bite. You're seeing it here first, folks.
did you get a still of that? Tasty.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like a teriyaki sauce in between the Spam and the rice to kind of give it a little extra something, because Spam can typically be very, very salty. So the teriyaki sauce helps to cut down on that and make it a little sweet, so you're not having a mouthful of salt.
Do you have a background in culinary
I
studies?
do not. I just like food.
So, and because you study your culture,
Well, yeah.
you know all of this.
I
by
mean,
default.
when I was growing up in Hawaii, there were times where we used to sell laulaus or make kolo pig or do things for graduation parties, first baby parties. And when I say luau, I'm talking about a huge party. We're talking thousands of people, days worth of prep of just cooking food and doing all of this stuff. This Spam musubi is probably the easiest thing to make on this table.
This is?
Yep.
Well, yeah, okay.
Oh, and maybe
But-
poi.
All right, so we're moving to dessert. This has been a really fast meal.
Well, poi is not dessert. It's typically eaten with other food, with your
This is
salty
poi?
food. That is poi. Most Hawaiians, they will actually eat poi with their fingers. And you can tell the consistency of the poi. And people either love poi or hate poi.
I'm unique. I'm pretty neutral.
So
I don't hate it, but it wasn't like, well, that was really good. It was.
Yeah, so try
We're
it
supposed
with,
to eat-
now try it with the pork.
Chase it with the pork?
No.
Eat the
Okay.
pork.
That's a big
We're just
chunk
trying to
there.
get you to eat more pork. Eat that and then chase it with some poi.
Like right now.
Yeah.
A second bite of pork makes the pork that much better.
With poi,
and a
it's
bigger bite.
So with poi, you either love it or you hate it. I love poi, but poi is not just made like this. You can do poi
You
desserts.
did it wrong?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is how you typically eat it with raw fish or with what accompanies a meal. Poi can also be used in kulolo, which is a Hawaiian dessert. But it is actually the taro part. You mill down the taro, and then you make your kulolo. It's steamed, and it takes a really long process to make, but it's delicious. Poi is also used for mochi, which is a Japanese treat.
Yes.
But if you can make poi mochi, or you can actually use poi as the main component for the mochi and fry it. So there's all kinds of food options.
Will there be all this explanation and education at all the food vendors as well, or?
Right.
Yeah, I guess you have to be proactive, because I could just be sitting here eating and
Right.
not caring to ask, but
Right. So the last thing I want you to try is the haupia. This is a typical Hawaiian dessert.
now my wife is probably watching right now, and she's probably saying he doesn't like coconut, but because
don't
Doris
know.
wanted me to be here, I'm going to do this
For science.
for science,
It's for Doris.
for ratings, and that is very good. It's not that I don't like coconut. I don't like the texture of coconut, so
You know,
now I don't have the texture. So
yeah, it's a pudding. So
Right.
now I've converted you to haupia.
You've
It seems.
converted me to Hawaiian.
There you go.
So let's have another musical number. Are we going to have dancers again? Yes. We're going to have more dance and more music. And we've still got lots more time to talk. Okay, good. All right. You can have this mic.
It looks so good.
Shar and Marilyn, you want to tell us about this song?
Well, this song we're actually Marilyn's going to be doing a solo for everyone here. It's going to be Hanalei Moon. It's one of another island favorites. So we like to present to you, Marilyn, with Halau Kawaii musicians.
When you see Hanalei by moonlight, you will be in heaven by the sea. Every breeze, every wave will whisper, you are mine, don't ever go away. Hanalei, Hanalei Moon is like the beloved Hawaii. Hanalei, Hanalei Moon, aloha no wauhia. Oh, when you see Hanalei by moonlight, you will be in heaven by the sea. Every breeze, every wave will whisper, you are mine, don't ever go away. Hanalei, Hanalei Moon is lighting beloved Hawaii. Hanalei, Hanalei Moon, aloha no wauhia. Oh, aloha no wauhia. Hanalei Moon.
So graceful. So graceful. Are we going to do another one?
We're actually going to sing a song for you. It's called Pua Hone.
Oh, so we're going to add some female vocals? No?
Actually, maybe we'll see.
Maybe?
And this is about a honey flower, so we like to present to you this mele.
Oh, ka wahine Ilikea, loha, ilaila I ka ulu, ei kupu e ona I ka lahi.
Everybody clap. Everybody clap.
All right, can we get Glenn and Jonathan and Karen to come back to the couch? I'm seeing a couple of things on my notes that I'm not sure that we brought up, and I would like to ask a question about tattoo. There's tattoo presenters? All about the tattoos.
We actually have someone very special coming all the way from Stockton. His name is Kumupea, and he will be demonstrating how tattoo was done probably back in the 17 or 1800s with the actual pounding into the skin. So he would be demonstrating that as part of the cultural presentation.
Okay.
And we also have Bob, who's also, I believe he's local. He will be demonstrating Hawaiian quilting. He will also be here for 2 days. And we also have Laureen, who will be demonstrating island canvas painting. So that would be a great addition to the festival this year. And we have Ishamuk, who is also floral arranging. Vaha, who is the local canoe club. They will also be as part of the cultural presentation. And we
So
also
is there going to be lei making?
Yes.
So
yes.
watching someone make leis, or will attendees be able to try it?
Yes. Each of the presenters actually will be allowing the consumers and the guests to participate in it as part of the presentation.
We call that interactive.
Of course.
Interactive culture.
Yeah.
Interactive cultural. And we also have Kala, who is the ukulele, who's located a local, Petaluma. And he will also be demonstrating some ukulele and how to make them and music. So let me hand you over to Glenn.
Karen will talk to you about the vendors.
All right.
Great. We wanted to do a little bit more about the different vendors that we have. You were eating some of the wonderful food that we'll be seeing.
was.
We actually are going to have 4 different styles of chicken. So you can get just wild variety. We've got Kahlua pork. We have Kalbi pork. We're going to have Kalbi short ribs, excuse me. We've got lau lau. We're going to have lumpia.
Lau, that's what I had over
That's
here.
what you had
Okay.
there, yes. We're also going to have several styles of lumpia and some fried foods like zucchinis and garlic fries if you want to just get simple. We also, for the kids, if they don't want to try the Hawaiian food, we're going to have hot dogs. We also have Hawaiian-style tacos. We're going to have poke, which is sushi, raw sushi, and mixed with onions and other things.
We'll tell the kids
And
that they're
chicken.
Hawaiian hot dogs, though, right?
No, these
We-
are going to
we-
be some simple ones.
But we want them to
Okay.
feel like they're participating
We're
in the
hoping that
cultural
they'll try all
enrichment.
of the other
So we'll
things.
tell them that they're
Right.
Hawaiian hot dogs. See if they can tell.
We're also going to have barbecued shrimp, and our wonderful desserts are malasadas, which are donuts made right on the spot. We have kettle corn that's also made right on the spot. We have several different cookie vendors that do a variety of different types of cookies. Oh, fabulous stuff. And you can take home nice big containers with you. We have a shaved ice vendor who just makes the best shaved ice. And a lot of our other vendors, we can get lots of apparel, so T-shirts, dresses, regular shirts, hats, regular bags, handbags, cold bags, reusable bags we've got. We have skincare, and we have some folks that are going to do some dip mixes. We have live plants, live fresh cut flowers,
Plumerias, to be exact.
and plumerias. Well, we also have another vendor that does different flowers. And we have several vendors that just have a mix of absolutely anything you could think of. Leis and feather hair pieces and jewelry, beautiful vendors with simple jewelry, fashion type jewelry, 14 karat gold, silver, jade, pearls, just anything you could think of, we have on the jewelry vendors. We also have several informational vendors that will be there that you can enjoy their products. We have instruments. Napa Valley Music will be there with all of their ukuleles and music sheets. So if you're first time and you enjoy the ukulele classes and want to pick up an ukulele for as little as $15, you can do that. And Manaleo, we present the drinks and the pineapple, and that helps our foundation raise the money for our scholarships. Our vendors come from as far away as Washington and Nevada and Arizona, many of them from San Diego and the LA area. So,
Maui this year, right?
and several from Hawaii. They come all the way over just to be at our festival to present their items to you. So I challenge you, especially if you've never been, come on over to the Napa Expo. Park right off on Silverado Trail. It's really simple to get to. If you can, bring a chair, bring a blanket. Just absolutely enjoy your day on our expense and enjoy the vendors and the wonderful food that we have.
I got to ask everybody this question because when we tell people about the Napa Valley Aloha Festival, this being the 10th annual Napa Valley Aloha Festival, some people go out and they go, where's it located? I never heard of this. Once you've been there, you will come back again because that much fun, that much relaxing. Bring your low back chairs, sit under the cover of the sun there and enjoy yourself. You can go inside and shop. You can go to the cultural area. But once you've been to the annual Aloha Festival, you'll say, I'll go back every year. I just put it on. It's called Next Door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
is it Next Door, the
That's
app?
the app, yeah.
And as soon as I put it up, I got about 16 or backups coming. We heard of this, but where's it at? So let me just say to the camera right here, 575 3rd Street, right where you have, they just had a Bottle Rock. We just had, the fair there. Come on out. And
Taste of Napa Valley was there.
There you go.
And this is going to be very tasty.
Yeah. And I got to ask this question to a lot of people, and they say, well, how much does it cost? If you can get in for free, if you could park for free, if the kind of entertainment, I'm talking about quality entertainment. If you could do all that stuff and go elsewhere, I would say go. But I know for not costing you anything, you can't beat it. You know, I said it costs you nothing. So come in, spend a few dollars, get some food, buy some merchandise have fun, go to the workshops. If you don't want to go to the workshops, come outside and enjoy the music, browse around, smell the food from the vendors in the back there. It's a great time.
It sounds like it. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm going to be bringing my family. I will be seeing you there. I am warning you, I am going to come hungry.
Come on.
And it's going to be great. And it also is going to just be for such a great cause too. So you can, like you say, go have all that great fun and have it not cost you anything other than what you're going to eat and drink. And you got to do that if you're there or at home. So you may as well. And guess what? It's only going to be 84 degrees. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be Hawaiian weather. Just ordered special for us. I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to meet you guys and enrich myself with some Hawaiian culture. I thank you very much for being here. And Doris, I'm really sorry that you missed out, and I will substitute for you anytime. You just give me a call and I will be there for you. So we just have about a minute and a half or so left. We're going to end with a song. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you soon.
I'll remember you long after this and the summer is gone. I'll be lonely, oh so lonely, living only to remember you. I'll remember you. Your voice is soft on a warm summer breeze. Your sweet laughter, morning after, ever after, I'll remember you. To your arms someday, I'll return to stay. Till then, I will remember you. love me always, promise always to remember you. I'll remember you. I'll remember you.
I'm Lee Miller sitting in for Doris. Thank you again for joining us and see us next time. Take care.